Welcome back to the Junkman Ray. It's me, Junkman, coming back at you, and we're going to do another ranking video. I know some of you guys are like, oh, ranking video. But this is the weekend where we just kind of had fun. And I like doing these ranking videos if I find a good topic. And today we're going to look at Nintendo games, original NES games that I played as a kid. And I want to rank them. Now, I've played a lot more games on this list, but I don't have really much memories of them. There is Top Gun, which I should have put on this list, and I forgot. Sorry about that. But we're going to have Love It. It's a game that I just love. Great. Do I have to explain all these? Liked, okay, and I hated that game. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun. Now this again is going, like I do a lot of these ranking videos, it's my mind frame as a kid. Because a lot of these games, you know, I got the mini Nintendo, I hacked it, and I put like every game on it. And I only could play like 2 of them. It was horrible. Most of the games were horrible. Even the ones I loved as a kid, I couldn't play more than 5 minutes. So let's go with Metroid. Now, I never had Metroid. I know a lot of you guys out there love Metroid. I never actually had Metroid. I remember renting it at Premier Flicks and playing it, and it was okay. I put in the like. I know it gets a lot of love, more than I probably gave it. You know, a lot of you put in great and loved. I just, maybe because I didn't own it and rented it, I never really could get into it. Pro Wrestling. This was one of the early pro wrestling games. Well, wrestling games, not pro wrestling games. But it was probably okay. I wasn't very good at doing the controls, figuring it all out. For somebody who didn't like wrestling, watching wrestling, I did like playing some of the games. So I'm just gonna put it in the okay section. Super Mario 2. For some reason this game gets a lot of hate. I know it's not the original Super Mario 2, Junkman. It's gonna be another game based on another game they changed name made to Mario 2. I know all that, but I like it. It's a little different than Mario. I like that. It's different. It's a lot of fun. Plays with different characters, so you can go back and play the game once you solve it with Mario. I was always a Princess fan. I know you can skip a lot of areas of Princess. Never liked to play with Luigi, but I remember trying to solve it with each character, and that was, I'm gonna put in the love category. Love that one right there. Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2, another one I rented. It was a lot of fun. Never owned. I wish I owned it. I did enjoy it. I'm going to put it in the like section. I don't got much I can say about it. Up, down, left, right, A, B, start. Hope that was right. That's the cheat code for Contra. We all know it. Even before the internet, we all knew it. People that wasn't even into Contra knew it. You could just pick up the phone, randomly dial a number, call someone and say, hey, what's the cheat code for Contra? And they would tell you. I love Contra. This is the game I tried to go back and play on my mini Nintendo, and I couldn't get past the first level. I think the controller is just a little harder to control or something. I couldn't get a good angle with the gun shooting, but this game was awesome. I'm gonna put in the love. This is one of the go-to games. Bart Simpson. This is one I think where he versus the aliens. There was an arcade game of Bart Simpson that I really loved playing, but they never could capture that arcade feel into the NES. I don't think this was based on the arcade game. I could be wrong. I remember playing it. I don't remember liking it too much. I'll put in okay for now. Excite Bike, classic Nintendo Black Label game. Everybody loves that. I know a lot of people that really love this more than I did. I like that you can make your own tracks, but it's really hard. Wasn't like Load Runner for Commodore 64. I love making Load Runner boards. I'll put in the great. It's a little fun. Pinball was fun. You know, you never really get a good pinball game feel I love pinball, but you know, you can hardly capture that in a video game format. I'm going to put pinball in the okay section. Golf, one of the original black games. I think it had Mario playing golf. You know, it's one of the early games, so it's kind of crude, but it was fun. Again, I will put that in the okay section. It's not bad. Super Contra. Now, this is one I was really excited for. This is, you know, sequel to a game that I just loved. It's in my love section. I was really let down by Contra. I think if it wasn't called Contra, I might put it in the like section, but being that it bears the name Contra or Super Contra, Super C, I used to know a girl in middle school we called Super C, but C wasn't for Contra, it was something else. He was pretty bitchy. I'm gonna put in the like section. It could have been better, should have been better. A little bit of his name. Super Mario 3. what a fun game. What a fun game, man. I still love this game today. One of the games I can still play. It's Mario. And I'm going to tell you, Mario's I loved any Mario game. Even Paper Mario. Yes, I did. Back to the Future. Oh, this was one I was excited because I saw the movie. Luckily, I didn't buy this one either. I rented it. You know, I always try to rent them first. And then if I liked it, then I would get it for Christmas, my birthday or something. Oh my God, this is horrible. I don't remember, it was nothing like the movie. I remember it was just him going down the street on a skateboard. I guess he did do skateboards in the movie, but I remember, I think teachers throw stuff. It was horrible. I'm going to put it in the hate section. I don't know what it is about movies. When they're based on video games based on movies, they just never could do it good. There might have been a handful of them, but most of them. Metal Gear Solid. Or just Metal Gear. I don't know. Is Metal Gear Solid the same thing? Or is this Solid a sequel? I'm so confused. Metal Gear. You can tell by the cover. This was one that I play a lot. Actually, I didn't have this one either. A friend of mine had this one named Nick. Or Nicky. I call him Nicky, but now he must be called Nick. I don't know what happened. Metal Gear. I'll put it in the great section. I'll put it in great. It was a lot of fun. Malon Secret Castle. This game gets a lot of hate, and I love this game. You get one life, and I didn't know till, God, years into playing that you pushed like down and you could start where you died. I was like, man, that would have saved me a lot of time for sure. I love this game. It gets a lot of hate. It was very hard. Thank you, Nintendo Power, for helping me out some. It was a very hard game, but it's you had to really think about what you're doing or just go around shooting everything, hoping you find. I'm going to put it, I don't know if it's close to low status for me, but I'm going to go great. Bases Loaded. Again, not a sports fan, but I really love baseball games. They were my favorite sports games. I love playing baseball games. Base Loaded, I think, was the first one where you could fight. I think you can make them fight on there. And I can remember people at school say, hey, man, can you make them fight if you do this, do that, hit this guy with this pitcher or something. It was a lot of fun. I don't think you controlled the fighting, which would have been fun. I'm going to put Base. It's great. It's classic baseball game. Batman. Remember we had a purple Batman? Now, for a video game based on a movie, this one wasn't as bad. Again, it's one that I played over and over again. I wasn't great at it. I did enjoy it. I'm going to put it in the light section. Elevator Action. I can't start to see my icon there. I think that was the name. This is when you go up the elevator. I remember it was an arcade game. I loved the arcade game. And this one was able to actually capture the arcade game really well. A lot of them, sometimes they just didn't port over good. Like that said, port over. I don't know if that's the technical term, but it made me feel like I knew what I was talking about. I'm gonna put it in the light section. Kid Icarus, is that how you say it? Kid Icarus. Again, one I didn't have. A friend had that one. I can remember I loaned him a game. He loaned me this one. I played it for a couple of weeks. It was okay. Nothing I can say about it. Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. The Nintendo Star Wars games are good. Some of the best movie to video games they are. Not as good as when they did them for the Super Nintendo, but still, I'm going to put it in the great section. I really enjoyed that game. Why can I say that word? Bayou Billy. I had to think about it. Bayou Billy. You know, it seemed like a game developed for a Southerner man like me, and it was fun. I'm going to put it in the okay section. I can't really think that much about it right now. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. This is where Simon went on his own quest. Another one that let me down. This is one I wanted so bad because I loved Castlevania, but I could never find it. For Christmas, we could never find it. Then I think I ended up renting it, and I was like, glad I didn't get this game. I was very let down with it. I'm going to put it in the okay section. Again, bearing that if it had another name, it might be. It's close to getting hate. Legend of Zelda, classic Nintendo game. I know a lot of you guys out there love Legend of Zelda, and get ready to get mad at me. It's going in the okay section. Legend of Zelda. I never could get into it. I played it. You look down at it, and I never could understand. You look down, and he wasn't. It was like he was looking up at you. It was very odd. I never did like it. I know a lot of you guys love it. It's right there with Mario for many of you, but just couldn't do it. Blades of Steel. Blades of Steel was a good one. Again, wasn't into sports games too much. It was really complicated, though, for somebody who didn't really know ice hockey. So it was really hard to play, but it was fun when I got, Play 2-player was always fun. So again, got a lot of okay games. Rampage. This is another one I loved as an arcade. And I loved it. They ported it over to Nintendo, and they did a pretty good job with it. I'm going to put it in the light. I don't know if I put it in great just because of the game. It gets really kind of boring after a while because you're really doing the same thing over and over and over again. And now we got this one here, Attack. What is this one called? Okay, sorry about that bad edit. I couldn't remember the name of this one. I could just see Attack, Russian Attack. You know, rush in, but it sounds like Russian Attack. I can remember playing this one. I don't remember much about it. I remember it was okay. I'm just gonna put it. Skate or Die. Classic skater game. I know a lot of kids that really love this game. I mean, they worship this game. This was like their game for Nintendo. There was almost like a culture. They loved it so much. I'm gonna put it in the like section. I liked it. It was really hard, so that's why I go there. Spy Hunter, classic video game. Spy Hunter. This is one I used to play a lot on Commodore 64, and then over to Nintendo. It's about the same thing. It was fun. I'm gonna put it in the like section. I like Spy Hunter. Not great. Star Wars. NES game. A lot of fun. It's like Yet an Empire. It could go in the love section, but I'm gonna put it in the great section. It's really good. I miss games that follow the movie. You do Star Wars video games now, unless it's the Star Wars Lego game. They don't really follow the movie anymore. Why can't we get a New Hope game? Why can't we get an Empire game, Jedi game? I'll take a Force Awakens, Last Jedi. I don't care. Give me a game based on the movie. Bubble. Now I never had this, but I was dating a girl that had it, and she loved Bubble Bobble. She didn't play much Nintendo, but she always wanted me to come over and play with her Bubble Bobble. She'd be like, "Hey, junk teenager, come over and play with my Bubble Bobble. My parents aren't home." So I would run over there and play with her Bubble Bobble. Pop her bubble a couple times, and it was fun. I'm gonna put it in the like. It's a girly game, but it was fun. Jackal was an army type game. And I never really got much into the army type games, but again, rented it. It was fun. Maybe rented it a few times. So I'm gonna put in the OK section. This is the pool game. Neon. I forget the technical name of this one. It's a pool game. Fancy pool game. It was fun. It was actually. I'm gonna put it in the like section. It was fun. Again, pool is something you can't really capture in a video game format, but it was fun. Rad Racer. Almost forgot about that one there. Rad Racer was a lot of fun too. One that I would rent over and over again. If I rented it more than once, you know it's going to go into the light or great category. And it's going to go into the like category. Ninja Turtles. I think this was an arcade ported over to Nintendo. Again, I played it a few times. Played it at some friend's house. I never rented it. I thought it was okay. It wasn't bad. Just okay. Track and Field. This 2 or 1. This is number 2. Another step down. I love Track and Field 1. This was a step down. It was fun if you had 2 players. Hit that baby, make them run real fast. It was fun. I'm gonna put it in the like section. Okay, we're getting big here. Adventures of Link. Now where did he? Now he put Zelda. What did I put Zelda in the OK section? So you know, everybody said Link was a step down. To me, Link is great. Link, it almost is going in the. In fact, I'm gonna put Link in the love section. I loved Link as a kid. Again, going through my mind frame as a kid, I loved the adventure. Link had to fight a Shadow Link. It was just, I could understand. I could see the guy. He wasn't looking up in the air or nothing. I loved it. Mario Brothers. This is the original Mario Brothers. Now, I didn't really play this until I think it was on Mario 3 where you could play it separately also. Played the arcade one. It's fun. Again, it's another one that goes on too long, goes boring. I'm going to put it in the boring section or OK section because it's the same thing over and over again. Punch Out. Now, this cover here isn't Mike Tyson's Punch Out, but we're going to rank it as Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Who didn't love Mike Tyson's Punch Out? Classic game. Never could I couldn't even hit Mike Tyson. Hit you one time, knock you out. It was hard. I couldn't even get to Mike Tyson. I just couldn't even get to Mike Tyson. But Don Flamingo, I could kick Don Flamingo's ass. I could. The hippo guy. Somebody had to teach me how to do that one. Loved it. Had to put Mike Tyson's Punch Out in the love it section. Castlevania. Hard game. I love this game. I couldn't get really far on it. Could never solve it. I had some friends that solved it. I never could solve it. It was hard. It's a hard game back then. Back then, you almost had to start over if you didn't have codes or something. You had to start over every time. So it'd take you about 4 hours to get to where you left off at last time. You didn't feel like playing anymore. I think it was Medusa I couldn't get past, maybe. Was Medusa in that game? I think so. It has to go in the Love It section. Great classic game. Duck Hunt. I never had the gun. I wasn't a spoiled kid, but my friend Boyd had the light gun. He had the robot. He was a spoiled kid. He had it all. You know, it was fun. Put in the okay section. Once you play it a couple times, you know, it wasn't something you went back to a year later to play. Double Dragon, what a great fighting game. I love these fighting games right here. When it comes to fighting games, Double Dragon is probably up there with probably the best. It has to go in the great section. Great section. Super Mario, the original. Not the original Mario Brothers, the original Super Mario Brothers. And come on, you know where this game's going for me. You know, it's probably my all-time favorite video game. And it's going in the great section. Still play it today. Loved it. I could come out of a pipe, slide on one foot, and impress. Well, I thought it impressed girls. Never really did. I could get 100 free men on level 3-1, I think it was. Never impressed anybody, but it was a lot of fun. Track and Field 1. I love Track and Field 1. Again, 2 didn't live up to the hype. 1 did. And 1 lived up to the hype. I'm going to put in the great. I really love this. You have the pole vault, triple jump. I didn't like the racing ones with the hurdles or just where you had to run. Didn't like that. And, you know, I always do A, B, left, right leg. Like I was doing left, right, you know, like that. But then I came out, you just had to hit the A to make him run. You didn't have to do B. See, I was always like A was left leg, B was right leg, and you had to do them both together like this right here. And we used to have this thing called, what is this? It was some kind of no, it wasn't certs. It was lifesavers, but there were the holes. You know, the lifesavers has a hole in it, so they came out with lifesavers hole, and they were in this little tube. And we would take the lifesavers, throw the lifesaver holes, maybe put them in a bag or something. But we had that tube. We would stick that tube down here on our finger like this, and rub it across A and B really fast, and we'd get world records. And it was awesome, man. We were killing it. We were crushing it. I love Track and Field. And last but not least, there's a few I left off here I wish I put on now. Time Lord. This game, every time I ask, people don't know it. You had to go travel through time and find these orbs, and it would take you to another part of history. It was hard. I never really got far in it, but I always enjoyed playing it. So I'm going to put in the like section right there, like section. So there we go. Out of the Nintendo games I played, maybe I can do a part 2 because I left some off. The only one I hated was Back to the Future on this list. I should have put Bill and Ted on here. It would have been on the list. I should have did more. I should have pulled more, but this was like 40 something. And I figured that was enough. So we got. Let's put let's see, Mario 1 up in the top. Mario 2, Mario 3, that one's hard. That one is hard. Which one I like better? I'm going to put Mario 2 just because it's so different. Contra, I'll leave there. Link. I'll put Punch Out before Contra. I think I like that. The light category. Let's put this all the way. Let's put this. Let's move Star Wars there. Then Empire. And the rest of them can go where they're at. I'm not going to do them all, but that's a look at Nintendo games I love. Let me know in the comment section some games you love. Maybe I love some games here that you're like, I hate that game. But man, how did you like that? Or maybe you liked Back to the Future. Maybe you did. And honestly, if I had Top Gun on here, it would go in the hate section. Hated Top Gun. Level 1, loved it. Could never even refuel my plane or land on it. The refuel I could do is land on the aircraft. I never could land on the aircraft carrier. So, anyway. I know my video game related videos don't do well, but I don't care. It's Sunday. We're just having fun. So there you go. Nintendo games ranked that I played or had as a kid or rented or even borrowed for friends. I think that's it. No, that's it. Thumbs up, not my content. Subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again soon. Man, I'm going to play some Excite Bike.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.